we could, without sounding overconfident, I just thought we had a couple of chances earlier to, I suppose, put the game out of reach, and we didn't, which was. But when you look at the quality of the side we played, and when you look at the completion rates, they completed 94%, we completed 84%, so that's high. And you can tell back by the first half it was a quick game of footy, I know the other guys were sort of gassed at half time, and I imagine the Sharks boys were too. So to come away at the end with that score, we're obviously really pleased with that. And, I thought for most of the game we were really good. We really prepared. We prepared hard every week, but we knew it was going to be a tough game tonight. We knew how well they were playing, and so there were some things there that we worked really hard on. But like I say, and I might be being a bit tough, but I think there was a couple of opportunities for us to finish it off a little bit earlier. And again, that's been real picky, but it was a pretty, as I said, a high-class game, and the completion rates were through the roof.
You mentioned the quality of opposition. How does your side just continually look like it finds another gear when it needs to?
I think we're basically, a lot of our players are still improving. And again, I know everyone, well, not everyone, but about our spine, and the good players we've got there. But I think, there's still a few of those guys that are still quite young. Munster's the eldest out of all of them, and he's 28. So I think Gary's 24, and perhaps is about the same. And
18, bro.
How old are you?
18.
You don't look it. But like I say, their combinations are improving all the time, and they're always looking for ways to improve and looking for ways, on how we can play our footy, and so. Like I say, I think that's the main thing, and then we put some people around them that are really willing to work hard, and we come up with a reasonable footy team.
You look at Munster, can you kind of tell when he's in those moods and when he's going to have a game like that? It was unbelievable last week as well.
You don't know when Munster's in whatever mood. Tell you, he's he has been. I know I've said a few times. Probably the best thing that's ever happened to him was last year. When he did what he did, to help himself be better, and it's worked a treat, to be quite honest. He's still, as I said, he's still the larrikin, and we all love that about him. But now there just seems to be a little bit more control around his life, around footy and his life in general, So I think that's a great thing. But with all due respect, his consistency this year has been at a real high level and a consistent level. So, like I say, it's. I think he'll just get even better and better.
Is that kick-off something that he practices a lot?
I haven't seen him practice that one where he put in the crowd, but
made up for it.
He has been. He has been doing a lot of practice on them. Yeah. I missed the one just up in the second half. Actually, I wasn't quite up into my seat, and I reckon it was a pretty good one. So, you won't want to hear about the one in the crowd, but he'll be telling everyone about the other one.
And the scrum play, Jerome, was that something as well that did it fit together? Is that something that you guys said, "Oh, I'll do this," and then we'll? Oh,
with all due respect, like these guys come up with, like a lot of those plays, that from set starts, like coaches might have a bit of a say, but they're the guys that are out there. We can see it, but they can see it and feel it. So, they're the best guys to, decide what we come up with. And as I said, that's been, I think before and, before last year, like Cameron Smith had a massive say in that, and that's what Cameron was great at. We all know he was a good player, but he was just a real smart footy player too. But I reckon now, these guys have got to take that slack up, and I reckon this year it's really sort of gone to another level where they have decided, well, it's up to us now, so we'll do it. we're willing to take it on, and we will take it on.
Jerome, you've been Munster's here at this point, kind of really trying to get him to sign on that dotted line and stay here long term, considering what you guys are building and the fact that all of you are kind of committed now.
Yeah, 100%, mate. We're in his ear, but he's got to do what he's got to do. It's his decision. Us as a playing group and as a club, we want him to stay, obviously. But we're not gonna. I'll be putting a little bit of pressure on him, but I'm not going to be, putting too much pressure on him. He's got to do what he's got to do, and he's still got 2 more years. He's got this year and next year, so. I'm in his ear a lot, but like I said, he's got a young family. He's got to do what he's got to do for what's best for himself. But I want him here.
What about for yourself tonight? The opportunity to captain this club, what was that like?
Yeah, mate, it was an honour. To be honest, when I was coming through the grades, I never really wanted to be a captain or anything, and I feel like when I got here, the leaders here and the captain, obviously Smithy and Jesse, it's sort of inspired me, like to see those guys do so much for a club and so much for the young guys around them. That sort of made me want to be in that position, and I never thought I'd be a captain, and to be a captain of the Melbourne Storm tonight was an honour, and that's sort of what I want to do now. I want to be more of a leader around this club, and with the opportunity that I have, and a few older heads moving on, I'm willing to take that challenge.
Is that something you might put your hand up? You put your hand up for next year, and I know obviously Welchie's still here, but with Jesse going, you'd be willing to take on that role? Yeah,
if it comes to that, mate. But to be honest, my role didn't really change that much tonight. Obviously, had apart from the coin toss, and I lost that, so I'm no good at that. But my role didn't change too much, and Craig and the coaching staff told me that during the week, and later on in the week when he told me I was going to be captain. I just need to put my performance and do the little things right, and don't put so much pressure on myself, and I felt like I'd done that. And like I said, it was an honour being a captain, but not too much change for me.
Craig, when you guys picked up Jerome from Townsville a few years ago, did you have him pegged as a future captain of the club?
I probably even up to last year probably wouldn't have thought that he'd be a captain of the club, but I think he's really embraced it this year. Even last year, like he was playing that good of footy, and but he still probably didn't fully embrace that leadership role. He was quite happy to do his thing and make sure he done his thing as best he could. But we had a bit of a chat in the off season this year, and he put forward that he really wants to embrace that leadership role. He wasn't talking about being captain, but just taking a little bit more charge and being a bit more responsible. And he's a pretty quiet guy. He likes to stick with to himself a fair bit, but he's sort of come out of that with the footy, and as I say, he's been playing really good footy for a long period of time. But now to embrace that leadership, it's just another thing he's helping the team with.
Craig.
Oh, I was just going to say, like talking about not having Jess there tonight and Kenny, it was a pretty big defensive effort from the.
Yeah, it was. Obviously, to bring in a couple of guys that, our bench was quite inexperienced. I think, Tep obviously has played a fair bit of footy, but he's had a, 2 or 3 year stint in rugby union in between, so, like Alec, I think he's played 2 Queensland Cup games, and, Louis hasn't played a lot this year, and obviously Tyron, I think he's only played, about 3 first grade games as well, so it was a really inexperienced bench, but I thought they'd done a pretty good job. We just tried to keep him out there for short spells, and I thought they'd done a real good job. But I thought our starting pack done a great job too. Nelson played long minutes, Brandon played long minutes, Josh has been playing long minutes and did it again. So I thought they handled it really well tonight.
Any concern about Pappy and his ankle, Craig?
Yeah, just at the end there, I was when it first happened, it looked like it might have been something a little bit major, but he played on, and just when he kicked that goal, I seen limping back into position after that. So we just took him off. I think he could have stayed on. He didn't ask to come off, but we just thought that was a safe way to go. And I think it was only about 7 or 8 minutes to go then, and we just put Wishy on, to give him a run.
Jerome, I'll make this last. Sorry, Jerome. When the kick out on the fuller side, when a bloke's hot like that, presumably you just get around and give it to him. But how does it make you feel in such a physical game that's obviously high quality? Does it make you walk a bit taller?
With Munster.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. He was in that mood tonight where he just creates things out of nothing, and I'm in a position where if he's like that, I just got to get him the ball, and sometimes he's just got it himself. So when you got a guy like that, you just got to feed him the ball as much as you can, and he's shown what he can do tonight, and he was a great player for us, and one of the big reasons why we got that win.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.